Welcome back to The Short Coat, coming to you from the amazing and intense world of med school at the University of Iowa Carver College of Medicine. I'm Dave Etler, and we're continuing our discussion on what taking a leave of absence isn't giving up. Think of it as leveling up, maybe.
Yes.
Leveling up. I know. It's a crazy thought, but stick with us here. What if the pause button could actually be your power move? Let's talk about how to make this situation, pausing your education, work for you instead of against you. I'm here to do that. Are my med student ride or dies? MD, PhD. Did I use that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you think we were laughing at you because we were making fun of you?
No, I'm just old and insecure about my use of slang and language. We're here with MD, PhD student Riley Bean Bush.
Hi.
M2 Megan Perry is here.
What's up?
M2 Jay Miller is here.
Hello.
And M2 Srishti Mather is here.
What's poppin'?
Nothing.
Well, that's sad.
So let's say we live in a universe where you decided to go on leave. What would you want to be thinking about while you're on leave so that it's not just you like sitting on your couch for a year or whatever?
I think first of all, we're just going to structure it of a year. Are we doing a year?
Sure.
You get a week to wallow. You can have that moment of like, that sucks and I'm so mad at the deans or whatever. Like have that moment, like sit in that, be okay with like, wow, this sucks.
Yeah.
You can do that for about a week.
I was gonna say that might come back too. Like you might
come back.
do a little, go a
have a
couple
little bit.
months and be like, okay, I'm like getting into the rhythm of like whatever, and then you see your friends doing something, and ooh, that's gonna hit a different way. But give yourself the grace.
Yes.
Feel it.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yes.
I think also especially like med school is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's always important to keep that in mind. Like med school is really, really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're not a bad person or incompetent if you have to do this. Like these are extreme circumstances that we are in.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah. Maybe number 2, because you're probably still wallowing, is like find a mentor or someone outside of you that like genuinely believes that like there is a path for you.
Yeah.
I think there is such value in like having a cheerleader that is, even if you're not there with the confidence, they're there with the confidence. And so finding a physician, faculty member, or someone who maybe even took a leave of absence, got through it, knowing that like the path has been well trodden is super useful as well. So if you don't yet believe in yourself, find someone that does and soak that in.
Yeah.
There's also the need to make your leave productive.
Yeah, we were getting to number 3.
What's that?
Number 3.
Yeah.
That was going to be do stuff.
Oh, did we do 1 and 2? Did I skip over 2? I hope.
2 was find someone who believes in you.
Okay.
1 was wallow. 2 was find someone who believes in you.
And
3
then 3
is
is okay. Now what are you going to do? What are you going to do so that it's not an empty space in your CV, basically?
I think you have to reflect first before you decide.
3 is reflect.
Yeah, before you decide exactly what you're gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Like reflect on, like what maybe transcribed to like have these circumstances
What
occur.
didn't go per your
go-
plan.
Yeah. As to plan, I think is a
In
really
the
good
case
way
of
to put it.
academics, maybe it was a study problem.
Right.
Maybe it was an environment problem. Maybe it was you're dating someone bad and that's not really like helping you out. Like reflect on all this.
Yes, absolutely.
And in reflect, I think you should consider like your mental health just like throughout your year and like coping with what you're going through, because like it's not going to change. And so you need to like just find a way to be okay with your new like how you're going to be going through this year before you get down, because like you said, you'll probably find moments where you're down and you'll probably get sad about your situation in some way, but just like being able to handle that and finding ways to come back from that and like keep going, like I think that would be
And
good.
knowing where you need mental health help and where you need academic help. Like again, reflect and figure out, can I do this myself?
Yeah.
Or should I ask?
Also, I think it's really important at some point within this framework that we're creating to like take a moment and look at yourself and be like, okay, like, do I need to reset my goals? I don't think like not returning isn't a bad thing. Maybe this like pause is meant to be a redirection. Maybe you are not thriving or doing well in this environment, and that is like your sign that maybe I need to look into something else. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think that like redirection is a bad thing. Maybe you just need to take a moment and decide, like, do I want to go back to school? Do I want to pursue something else with my life? This is like the universe giving you an opportunity to really think about that.
Yeah, there have definitely been people who went on leave and then didn't come back.
Yeah.
They made that decision.
Yeah, and that's perfectly valid. Like, it's your life. That is absolutely valid. You should not, if you feel like this is not the environment you want to be in, you absolutely do not need to.
Yeah.
But if you do plan to come back.
So we've reflected.
Yes.
And now we have a game plan, maybe. We have a to-do list. We know
Yeah.
where we need help, both in our mental, physical, and like study habits. And now I think you got to figure out a way to hype yourself up and do it. And I think that's probably going to be the hardest part is the doing and providing yourself that framework to actually do.
Yeah.
Because I think we're thinking in the context of studying.
Yeah.
And so like, I think, again, define that goal. What is the goal? Is the goal stay? Awesome. So now is the goal pass the exam, get a certain score on the exam? What is that goal? Pass the class again? Ask for help. Ask someone to help you define how you can achieve that goal.
I think this is a time to really lean on whatever resources
Yes.
you can find.
Yeah.
And I think it's
whatever
probably defined
resources
to
the school offers.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think going on leave means that you're like not supposed to set foot in your school and like, you
I'm
can't.
fully assuming, which I granted have no idea, but I'm assuming that like we have a lot of staff that help you do a lot of this like reflection and planning and steps. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't think they like banish you from the borders of the city.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
not.
can't- Yeah, I can't
There's
see
an
them
alarm
being
when
like,
you
"Go
step in the
figure it
building."
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And you're
no.
still able to come here and like talk to like the friends that you made here.
And you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're still able to like come here. Like, yeah, you
Come
won't
be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Don't
go.
isolate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think
won't be
that's
graduating
what I'm
with them
trying to
like
say.
you said,
Yeah.
but that's like the only thing that is not going to be the same. Like you can still come and be with all your friends for like the rest of the 4 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think it's probably, switch up whatever you were doing because it probably wasn't working.
Yeah, don't do the same stuff.
Don't
Then
do
you're
the
just
same
gonna,
stuff.
like, yeah.
Like that is like the overarching umbrella here is like probably don't do exactly what you were doing. Don't use the same coping strategies you were using if those were not working with your mental health. Same study strategy. Let's try something new. And definitely if you don't know what that is, ask.
Yeah.
People are here. Like they want to help you. Like I said at the beginning, the whole goal in the eyes of the med school is to get you from point A to point B.
I think it's important to remember that, like you said, I think our goal is to get you through
Yes.
medical school. If we're not able to do that, then it kind of feels like a failure for us. So yeah, lean into those resources that your school has for you. If you need to find resources outside of your school, absolutely. And I think you need to start thinking about, okay, how are you going to frame this when the time comes for you to apply for a residency program?
I think everything is always about storytelling and how you frame the story.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Yes.
like everything, every gap year you take, every activity you do, every test you mess up, it is always, always, always about how you tell the story. And that is like at the core of everything. Like how you tell the story is 100% the way that you can change the narrative. You can like show that you have grown through this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think reframing reframing the leave of absence as, an opportunity to gain self-awareness and maturity, to understand that medicine needs doctors who of all kinds, those who were like successful in getting through 4 years, and those who needed to take some time to figure things out. Medicine needs doctors who know their limits, because the stress isn't going to end after med school, unfortunately. And understanding that your well-being will, as a physician, will affect the quality of care that you can give to your patients. You only have so much in your cup, no matter how much you may want to be the most wonderful, empathetic, knowledgeable physician. So I think breaking the stigma, basically reframing for yourself why you needed this and what you're going to do about it, sort of helps break the stigma for future students too. And also, you're going to be a teacher. as a physician. I mean, unless you go to and do community health for the rest of your life.
But even then,
teach.
But even
Yeah,
then,
then
you're
even
a
teaching your
residency
patient.
program.
No, but then you're like
Oh, yeah,
teaching your patients.
Teaching your patients too.
Right.
Like you can't just tell your patients. You have to. Your patients need to understand what's going on. You're teaching your patients.
So this is like a bonus in a way. This time of reflection is to figure out like, okay, someday I'm going to be in a position to give advice to a student who is having similar problems.
I do think the only disservice that one could do to themselves and ultimately, I guess, for their application to residency, if they take a leave of absence, is to just like not learn about themselves, to not take the moment of reflection, to not grow from it. It's probably the only disservice you can do is to, again, stay in step one, wallow, do nothing different, and not learn anything about yourself. I think there is such value, again, to these hard seasons of life where like that totally sucks. And I would hope no one has to go through it just to get to the other side. But the hope is that you get a little nugget of wisdom from it, that you can build a story.
Mm-hmm.
I think you also have to remember that students who took leave before you became doctors.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're worried, I'm not going to imagine ortho or ophthalmology or whatever competitive specialty you're looking for, there were students who took leave and who matched.
Also, like
In
if you're
those-
failing your exams, you're not gonna match
Right,
either.
right. It's
So like
gonna be-
Yeah.
you might as well
Like,
take a pause,
it's gonna
do
be
better
worse.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What looks worse, taking a leave of absence or trying to stick it out, tough it out, and
Bombing
continuing
it, yeah.
to just not do well?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Between taking a leave and failing a major exam, taking a leave is definitely better
Mhm.
in the grand scheme of things.
For sure.
right, like a major exam, like STEP or like something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can take step again, but they still know that I believe they still know that you had to take it more than once.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when it comes to fellowships, if you're interested in that, they see like more competitive ones, they see that and like they don't want to risk training someone who hasn't passed a step. And like you might get a fellowship, but it makes things a lot
It
harder
stacks
for
things
you.
up against you a little bit.
Yeah. And a leave of absence does not do that necessarily. So
And like a leave of absence can, but then that's where it really becomes important to like talk about like this is what I gained from that leave of absence.
yeah,
Right.
you need to get something out of it. Like you don't take a leave of absence because everything is going great.
Yeah.
I might.
Well, I guess
Unless
if you
you're
wanted a
doing-
baby or something,
Right.
like, I
Unless
guess there
you're-
are the good examples.
in
like,
the academic
yeah.
Yes.
y-
Yeah.
example, yes. But if you're going to go pursue like another degree or family or whatever, then yeah, that sounds pretty great.
I guess. What do you think are some other practical tips to consider? Like, I would say one of the things I would love for people to do more is to journal their experience through med school, and even when you're on leave, to keep that journaling up, because it will help you reflect. It will help you talk about it. I
Yeah.
think at some, when the time comes to address the leave, having something down on paper will allow you to look back and go, okay, yeah, these are the things that I was thinking about. I think I learned a few things. The things that you think about will probably change over the course of that leave, and that might inform, what you write about.
I think having some good people in your life that are completely outside of medicine, try to find those people, because I think that they can help ground you. And again, good kind of soundboard of, I'm going through this really tough time. Like they can help kind of identify, is that, a medicine problem? Is that just like everyone in life goes through that? I think there is like making sure you're talking to people. I think often, especially in the terms of academic probation, it could be so easy to want to retreat within yourself and feel some sort of shame, but make sure you're still including those people you know and love and trust in your life, because they're going to be the ones who probably know you as a person, not you as the doctor to be.
Yeah.
And will know, are you overwhelmed? Is this the right move for you? They'll help you define that. So like, don't just talk to people in medicine to like make this decision and kind of see it through.
Yeah.
Remember, your people outside of medicine are like equally as important and vital.
And I guess just remember, you're not alone. 3 to 5% of medical students who take leave of absence means that there are hundreds of students who take leaves of absence in this country. Jay, you said early intervention beats crisis management. Absolutely. Your career isn't over. You're just walking a different path than you expected.
I would also say, like, there are very high rates of physician burnout
Yep.
and serious mental
Yep.
concerns that come with that.
Yep.
And I think it is always, always, always better to stop and pause and try and seek help.
The medical profession needs diverse experiences and perspectives. I would hope that you would take away from today's discussion that sometimes the bravest thing is admitting that you need a break.
Mm-hmm.
If you're able to take the time to heal, then that's better than if you didn't take the time to heal, because then you're just pushing it off down the road and then it's going to be a problem later. So
yeah, stuffing stuff down inside is like not
hasn't really worked all that
it's
well
not,
for me.
yeah, it's not really the way to do it. Like, it'll get you somewhere, but you know, it'll be a little bit harder to have a crash out in residency and beyond. So
Yeah.
I would do it now.
So what do we
Moral of
think?
the
Do we
story,
feel better
crash
about
out now, not
Moral of the
later.
story, med
Crash
school
out
is
now.
a great time to crash out.
Yes. Yes.
There is flexibility and people around to support you. No, I mean, all jokes aside, like, it actually is. And I think you, to the point, like, take time. It isn't just a race to the finish line.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you'll probably look back at your life and you'll look back at this time of med training. And you're probably not going to wonder, oh, should I have taken an extra year or not taken an extra year?
this is a
Think about the
blip.
time aspect.
This
You're going
is
to think
a
about the
blip
other
in the
pieces.
road. This
Yeah.
is like, this is going to be nothing.
It doesn't feel like a blip as you're doing
Right.
it, but it is.
Yeah.
You're going to look back at a long career or a short one if you want to, and you're going to think the time was the time.
Yeah. I think to that point too, outside of your typical like leave of absence, year-long break, there's breaks available to you as a student. There's we have flex weeks in our core years that like I know I'll use to plan my wedding instead of maybe doing another away rotation or advanced elective. And it's a matter of thinking about, you know, the things that I really want in my life and my career and what is really going to make me happy during that time. And that was a consideration I even had this past summer. We got 12 weeks of summer. Some people will do research. Some people will do clinical rotation. Some people will do global health. And I did use part of it for a global health program, but I also used part of it to just be home with my family for a month.
I degenerated at
yeah.
home like crazy.
It was
beautiful.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So even if you're someone that like doesn't think you need a full leave of absence, just make sure you use the time that you maybe would consider like just continuing to push forward. Like it's okay to not always fill.
Just like
Yeah.
Conrad
Or you
Fisher
could-
spent a summer at out
Cousins
doing some stuff,
doing some
with-
housework.
doing some housework.
Or you could, fill your summer with global health and Miko and take up every single week of your time.
Yeah, I'm not the best example of that, but I had a great time. It's what I wanted.
But you have
Right.
other breaks coming up that you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
With. Like you will have time. But yeah, use those breaks wisely. And I do think it's a good point. We have made a lot of examples where you take an entire year off of medical school. Right. Make sure you exhaust all your options. Like you probably have the ability to do 2 weeks, 6 weeks, etc. There's a lot of flexibility in the M4 year. And odds are your school would be willing to work with you.
Once you get into clerkships, it's easier to take a break.
Correct.
I think because the preclinical phase is pretty regimented, and so if you take a small amount of time off, it means you got to take a lot of time off.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're looking at med school,
but once you get into clerkships, it's a little bit easier.
Right. Like you can
Yeah.
try and pick and
So
choose.
don't let us scare you into feeling like, oh, it's always a year.
You're
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, that's not true.
Shortcoats, if you have something you want to say about today's show, about a future topic that you would like us to discuss, maybe you have a question for us, go to theshortcoat.com/tell us and send us a message. If you want to send me a love note,
Don't.
you could. Otherwise, that's our show. Until next time, I'm Dave Etler saying, don't let the bastards get you down. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.